Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Everyone, buckle up. Allow me to formally introduce you all to Queen Bellona. Here she is. Queen Bellona has earnest and gallant for her traits. So we're going to start off going for a farming ambition. And should that farming ambition fail, we will instead go for a military ambition. The initial dream will be to invade Ashmead, because farming and military together means we go for the Ashmead invasion ending. For starters, we're not going to give up on any plotline or event, and we'll not try not to avoid or ignore any of the events. We're always going to try and do something to fix things. Alright? And second off, we are not going to do anything underhanded or untoward. We're going to be good and honest, and we're going to try not to break any of our promises. Which means if farming fail, it's Iron Fist. Yeah, it's tyranny. Oh. Sounds like Her Majesty may up dethrone. There's always a possibility. I mean, she's one of the better monarchs that we've had recently. We've had some bad ones. Let's oh, hello, mutated. That can be a decent monarch at last. Yeah, it could be. Just look at that hair, short hair, yeah. Where are you, Teeny? There you are. Same haircut as yourself. So let's open it up, and we'll get acquainted with what's going on in the kingdom before we start in earnest. Now, as you can see, things are a little bit shitty, okay? We've had a few bad moves. Advisor, welcome on in. Where did you go? There you go, you're in the Grandees. Welcome back. But yeah, as you can see here, 0 farming in the south. 2 trade and 1 trade in the east and the coast respectively, and only 3 military in the south. Lots of stuff to fix. It's gonna be a rough one. Presumably at the end of the last game, the Grandees voted for farming. Just to guarantee that I'm going to try and fix this 0. No worries, Whopper. Keep an ear out for Golden Choice and the like. My lord, what? I haven't done it. It was the previous 2 or 3 rulers. I think it's a couple of sessions ago we had somebody who printed money, then had the inflation, and the inflation just crashed everything. Yeah, like there was a little golden age where we had like 10 stats all over the place. Who needs food or money when you can pray instead? I need food. But very much, yeah, it is like the thoughts and prayers economy here. Especially when the chat is involved. Yeah, exactly. So here we go. Let's have a round of introductions for everyone here. We're going to be starting now. So welcome on in, Gagazi. There you go. You've joined back in with accounts. Hello. Let's go through. Welcome on in to all of our accounts. We are joined by Countess Morgrim, Count Deadman II, Countess Teenybert, Count Gagazi II, Count Weldris, and Count Alex. Welcome on in, all accounts. I'm at work, so see you in 2 hours. Oh, no worries. See ya. Have a good time at work. Hope you get home safe. And yeah, you'll probably be back in time for the end of this game and the start of the second. But thank you for popping in. We've also got our grandees and Gibbo. Hello, welcome on in. We've got Grandee Whopper, Grandee Trocker, Grandee Advisor II, Grandee Dean, Grandee Gibbo, Nexus, and Grandee Moxie. Welcome on in to all of our grandees. And finally, last but not least, we have our patricians with Lord Patrician Ephra V, Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie, Lord Patrician Mero, Lord Patrician Lament, and Lady Patrician Amaris. Welcome on in, all of our patricians. Now, I hope you're all comfortable, hope you're all ready. Got your snacks, got your drinks. We're going to start, as always, with the path to victory. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Well, Spy Master, I hope they will remember me as the queen that lifted them out of poverty, starvation, and decay. I'm going to turn this kingdom around, and I can think of nothing better to do than to make sure everyone has a dinner to go home to. I will be remembered as the mother of the nation. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners? Or are you just hoping for a favourable passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Yeah, farming non-existent. It's not good. Alright, let's go council introduction and say hello to everyone. Here's Gibbo. Hello, Gibbo. It can only improve then. The only way is up. The south is praying for food. The ninth god can't help you now. Ooh. The ninth has smiled upon us, and our plans have come to fruition. Verily, there is much to celebrate. Now remember your duty. You must ensure that the Grandee's interests are enforced throughout the kingdom. Ninth bless the south. Indeed, ninth bless us all. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today. Introduce ourselves to the Counts of the East. An honour to finally make your acquaintance, Your Grace. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Deadman, yes. My predecessor, it was rough being excommunicated from the church. Finally, the patricians of the coast. Ephra, hello Ephra. And pleasure, Your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices. Meanwhile, what do you think? Will she be a good little queen and do as she's told? There's Advisor. Too early to tell. We should have a backup plan, just in case. A long series of tragedies happened to southern farming. I can't remember what it all was. No bugs sighted, we're evenly distributed. Snotty, hello, welcome on in. Snotty, Snotty, where are you? There you are, Countess Snotty. Snotiti, I guess, would be the right way. Snotiti. Hello, hello. Welcome aboard. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from King Alistair, but you must still answer to the council. As is tradition, I will decide what happens at your coronation. Should I get changed into my waterproof robes then? It may be for the best, Your Majesty. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, first vote of the game, everyone. I see Farming Plus. I would like Farming Plus, please. Please consider feeding the Southerners. Vote D for food. Or, well, you can vote for a lavish ceremony in the South, a blood oath, or throwing me in a river. For some reason, the patricians really love the idea of me having a coronation somewhere they can't see me. Why did I vote D? This goes against my character. It's okay to make mistakes. When I talk about please give me this, please give me that, you don't have to give me it, okay? Yeah, there we go. So that's 15 of you voting. Oh no, 14 because I voted. Speaking of character, who are you? Okay, let me open it up quickly. We have Queen Bellona the First. She is earnest and gallant. We're trying not to take any easy ways out, and we're trying not to be underhanded and keep our word. Generally speaking, we're going for farming, and should that fail, we'll go for military. But, you know, I think farming, because of everyone's loyalty, and I'm depending on you. Those archetypes lead to invading Ashmead. Yes, they do. That will be the end of... if everything's successful, that's what we'll end up doing today. 10 nobles and a monarch voted for. Put on a vast banquet for the Queen. The nobles spare no expense, and your banquet table groans under the weight of it all. Whole roasted peacock, a boar's head stuffed with swan's tongues, an entire whale turning on a spit. It's a meal fit for a queen, which is now, you suppose, what you are. There we go. An entire whale, indeed. No, the South, look, they're no longer starving. They're merely destitute. They're simply famished now. Eyes down, it's time to vote for our schemes, so counts, what will our schemes be? Zigana of the Gagazi Dynasty, charismatic Eastern chess master, leans delicately on a podium, sighing. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Bellona wears the crown. Okay, what's it going to be, everyone? We have A, blood ritual, B, ascension, or C, possession. Demon, demon, demon. A involves summoning a demon into the real world. B B involves trying to entice me with membership of a secret vampire cult. And C involves summoning a demon inside my head. Not yet, my good Grandee. Queen Bellona speaks a good game about bringing wheat back to the fields, but will she honour her word? We're going to try. We're going to go for a blood ritual. It looks like, I think that's... How many of you are there? 7. 1 yet to vote, but I think... Should have waited to vote B for fate. Yeah, well, blood ritual is here. The counts plan to summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate the other regions, paving a clear path to the throne. First, they must ensure the east can withstand a famine. To advance their scheme, the counts must be the region with the highest farming in 4 seasons. They currently are tied highest with the patricians, 5 apiece. Carmen of the Dean lineage, powerful southern orator, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. Praise be! Bellona now sits on the throne and the grandees are in charge, but the other regions will already be scheming to depose her. Carmen looks pretty cool, to be honest. Do we stay loyal to the new queen, or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? Carmen and the grandees, we go A for loyalists and support me. B, subterfuge and replace my inner council. Or C, doppelganger, find me a body double and replace me. The Biffo move, yes, Biffo, Biffo. It's looking like loyalist is the way. Oh. Here we go, everyone. Oh, that's everyone? All of you are on board as loyalists. Thank you very much. Help me to help you feed yourselves. That settles it then. Glory to the Queen and glory to the Ninth God. But we can always change our minds. If Bellona ever gets out of line, we can take up arms and get rid of her, the old-fashioned way. The Grandee's goal is to aid the Queen by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the Queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. However, if defiance gets too high, they can still change their minds and rise up in rebellion. How did I get a big treasury, by the way? I don't actually remember how I ended up with this much gold. Bloody hell. Agrippa here. Furiously neon pink. Of the Amaris bloodline. Powerful coastal political fixer scribbles with well-used quill on a hardwood desk, speaking calmly. Chur? Did we go to Chur and get money? Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Bellona. Something must be done. I'm pretty sure the inflation money, that was ages ago. You're telling me I haven't spent anything since then? Rihanna, welcome on in. How you doing? Let's see, where are you? You are a patrician, so you can vote for the scheme. Patricians, your schemes are uprising to rely on the peasants, monopoly to try and own everything, or corruption to try and bring me down in a scandal. But yeah, I think... raise treasury, you say? Oh, okay, yeah, no, the last king did do that, right? Your last monarch taxed heavy and never spent. You'd veto any treasury hits? Yes, I can't remember what his traits were, but... Oh, it's prudent or something. You picked the wrong choice, but that's my fault. No worries, Lemon. You'll get in the swing of it again. So we're going for a peasant uprising. The patricians plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the queen, before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the patricians must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. I think it was prudent and also like vengeful or something like that. And so every time someone like irked the king, he'd just do heavy taxing. But yeah, we got Uprising and Blood Ritual for the 2 schemes in a go. Let's see here. Zigana and the Counts of the East. My distant cousin in the East. Pursuing the Blood Ritual scheme. They want to summon a demon, and their first step on the path to summoning a demon is to have the highest farming in 4 seasons' time. They are currently tied with the patricians for the highest farming. Carmen, my distant cousin in the south, and the Grandees, staying loyal. So Grandees, it's incumbent upon you to help me raise farming as much as we can. And finally, Patricians of the Coast and my long-lost nibbling Agrippa are pursuing an uprising scheme. They're trying to get the peasants up in arms. And to start with, they need to make sure the kingdom's treasury is at least 2,000 in 2 seasons. That is 100%. And Agrippa? What's wrong with Agrippas? Let's see, what would I take? Would I... You know what, I think I would take Golden Choice just to bribe you all. I don't like Stop the Count too much, because it's an extra complication. Had the Plague of Agrippas, we had like 3 of them. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm like that. Every time like I see recurring names. Oh no! Missing nobles and a proposition. Wait, we have money votes? Yes. Golden Choice is here. Your Majesty, yes, Dean? A number of grandees have gone missing in the east. They've travelled to Countess Snotiti's castle to negotiate a trade agreement, but they should have returned weeks ago. And the missing grandees never made it to my lands. They most likely got lost. The east is a dangerous place. Who has gone missing? Anyone I care about? The grandees that are missing are Grandee Whopper, Grandee Advisor II, and Grandee Gibbonexus. Half the council. Whopper is missing. Where could they have gone? Just north of my estate lies the Molderpat Forest. To the west the Twilight Lakeland, and to the south Ilian's Haunt. I like to live remotely, does wonders for the soul. I'm certain this is some kind of ploy by Countess Snotiti. In a few months' time, she'll quietly offer us a ransom. Yeah, we might find you, Blood and stars, don't be so foolish. We'll find them, we just have to decide where to focus our efforts. Now, listen, we gotta search from somewhere. We're not gonna kill Snotiti. Alright, so our options are Mould Pat Forest, Twilight Lakeland, or Ilian's Haunt. Thank you, no worries. Maybe we'll find them somewhere. I like the fact that D is just like, yeah, 4 people are going to leave the council, effectively. Looks like we're thinking big thoughts about the Patter Forest. Yeah, we can send... I would imagine that they'd have somebody on standby to vote in their interests when you leave the council. Like, that's how I view it in my mind. They'll have a representative. Alright, 2 people yet to vote, but I think that's pretty much everyone. Let's see, we're going to the forest, everyone. Are we? I literally rolled a dice. There we go. 100 trackers and a legion of sniffer dogs are sent into the Montpatter forest to search for Gibbo Nexus and the other grandees. But they find nothing, save for a friendly group of Trolden folk camping out in the heart of the forest. They assure you they've not seen a human soul for years. It's a wash, Your Grace. Gibbo Nexus and the other grandees are nowhere to be found. The Queen might not see through you, Countess Snotiti, but I do. Right, many salutes in chat. We have 3 grandees. Gibbo Nexus, Whopper, and Advisor II are all missing in action. First act of the game. Where's the kill count? There's the kill count. But don't worry, all of you. Your heirs have taken your place. So we have Gibbo II, Whopper II, and Advisor III. Welcome on in to the new generation. My cursed sword is lost to the east. Oh yeah, you've had that for a while. So everyone, if you are one of these individuals and you've been role-playing, feel free to change up your roleplay for your heir. Advisor the Third is the best advisor. It better be. Latest update. There we go. Fantastic stuff. Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition to Chur. What a brilliant idea. Aha! I thought you'd agree. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Chur? Who knows what they might find? Treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease. She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. Sounds like a fine idea. Her eyes light up from behind her spectacles. Wonderful news! I shall make preparations immediately. Expect a brief on your desk very soon. Now then, what have we got? The Honor Guard. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The counts with the Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, the patricians with champion gladiators from the arena, and the grandees offer the fiercest battlemans from the Sisterhood of Steel. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Your Holiness, the Sisters of Steel are chosen by the Ninth God. Surely they will be chosen by you as well? I've made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. I think... what with me being gallant, I'm going to take the Eastern Knights. Sure. Yeah? Knights or nuns? I think I would take the Knights. As, you know, honour and knightly virtues. By the Ninth, Your Majesty. How could you choose them? I will make the arrangements at once. The knights arrive a few weeks later. They're all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. There we go. Alrighty everyone, let's have a look. There's both knightly and knightly virtues. Oh god, the jokes. Okay, so the counts are going to be interested in A, the aqueduct to boost farming, and so am I. As the monarch, I would like more farming, so A, the aqueduct's a hot ticket item. Other than that, it's a bit of a free-for-all. I would suggest maybe the grandees might want the cathedral to shore up their faith a bit. But in general, I think the library, the library, boosting stability, that would be pretty good. And anyone that really wants to hurt the grandees and hurt loyalist cause, the stadium may be tasty. To knock the grandees military down from 3 to 2. I think that's about it for things that might be of interest to anyone. So I'm going to open the list here so you can see how much money you've all got. I'm going to start the auction right now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. The top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Anything you bid on that doesn't get built will be refunded back to you. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there is a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Let's see, what have we got here? A&E. Very nice. Not a lot of money moving around. Alrighty. 10 seconds. Go, everyone. If you were waiting, now's the time. What did we end up with there? What? Where's my increased farming? What happened? Who was that? Alex? Wait, no, Alex funded A for 5,000. What the hell am I looking at here? Advisor. Not bad getting that cathedral. But zombie, what the hell, man? Why did you want the prison? Yeah, Alex was too broke for that snipe. But snipes around. There you go. Was baiting? Oh, okay. Mero. What did Mero try to fund? Let's have a look. Fund D, 1450. Oh. Yeah, that obviously didn't go through for some reason. You could have, like, next time if that happens, you can try funding. If you type in more than you have, it will put in all your money. So I don't know why it did that. It looks like you typed it incorrectly as well. Lament, that was for the feast. Remember we hosted a feast for the coronation? Everyone spent 300 gold on it. And in return, all the regions got +1 farming. Alright, let's look at the grim discovery. Your Holiness, I had a priest divine Grandee give Nexus's location. He told me that he and the other missing Grandees are being held prisoner in the east. Countess Notiti lied to us. She has a whole host of prisoners locked up in her dungeon, victims of some horrible experiment. What a preposterous lie. Did the stars tell you I was a kidnapper? Please, Council, you can't take this fool seriously. Lies. Isn't divination a sin? Maybe. Well, no. We're going to do something. I mean, if you haven't done anything wrong, there's nothing to worry about. Picker, it didn't happen. Yeah. True story, bruh. Oh, let me just go put my empty cup away. I'll be back in a moment. Oh yes, so Countess Snotty's dungeon needs to be investigated at once. Snotiti, I'm sorry, but we're kicking down the door and we're gonna see what we find. Your spy master immediately sends agents to infiltrate the east and report back. Countess Snotiti is none other than a blood-sucking vampire who keeps people as cattle to be fed on, including the missing Grandees. Worse still, when we tried to arrest her, she transformed into a bat and flew away. I'm afraid Grandee Gibbo Nexus is long dead as well. Okay, right, shit, what should I do here? She is who? She is a vampire, apparently. I mean, I'm kind of drawn between putting a price on Snotiti's head, tapping the sign, yeah, or sending Inquisitors in. What should I do? I mean, we got to nip this in the bud. There's literally evil, blood-sucking monsters. We finish what we start? Yeah. Don't abandon the plot? Yeah, okay, so put a price on her head, I'd imagine. Yeah, I think both A and B here count for it. Inquisitors probably counts for honor and finishing the job. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, we got to have a war on the vampires. This is wholly unnecessary. There are no more of us like her, I assure you. But the Inquisitors torture their way across the east anyway. They don't find any more monsters, at least. None other than the blood-sucking kind. Much to your annoyance, they don't find a fugitive vampire either. In fact, you don't ever see Countess Notiti again. Perhaps it's better that way? Notiti has died in the official records. Snotiti has fled, and Snotiti the second, totally not Snotiti the first with a mustache, has come on in. Snotiti, feel free to change up your roleplay if you like. You've your heir is now on the council. Salutes in chat, everyone. Also feel free to add a suspicious mustache, yeah, for the next game. Your Majesty, I have those plans we discussed for the expedition to Chur. We're almost ready to leave. Not quite, Your Highness. There are still important decisions to be made. Alright, show me. First, we will need to decide who has the honour of building your ship. The patricians offer to construct a mighty galleon in your name. It will be pricey, but unmatched in quality. I've heard enough. Buy the galleon from the patricians. There we go. Very good, Your Majesty. Next, we must decide who will crew your ship. Who have we got? Unfortunately, your floating head has vanished. Wait, what, really? Let's have a look. Oh shit, it has. Where's that? Why is it like this? Why are things... When did it vanish? Was it there at the start of the stream? It was there, right? Hold up. I'm pretty sure I saw it, but no head. I honestly don't remember. Since the start of the stream, no head. Really? Okay, well, it's a great thing. Have we got it? Is it going now? There we go. Just bang the computer, turn it off and on again. Are we here? Are we there? I think we're here. Okay, cool. Didn't even realise the head was gone. I'm not here. He's back. something. My fellow counts are so observant. Yeah, there we go. The head is back. Welcome. Welcome back. Here we are. Dear God. So, there we are, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the first hour of today's stream completely headless. Oh dear. Hello everyone. Unfortunately, the best of them come at a price. Experienced trade ship captains and their crews would be ideal but won't be free. So silly. I'm a professional. There are also those in the Navy who are equally experienced, but enlisting them would reduce our naval strength for a time. You could levy amateur peasant crews or even use prisoners, but I don't know how much you could trust them to get where they need to go. We'll have an experienced crew, spend some money. I will make the arrangements. There is one more thing, Your Majesty. The ship will be large enough to house additional expedition members or store extra cargo you wish to send across the sea. She hands you a list. Okay. 2 options. I think I'm leaning towards soldiers. What else? I mean, soldiers and scholars, maybe? I think that's the correct thing. Very good. What shall we take? Send soldiers from the coast. Maybe priests? We can do priests. I'm not super religious. Of course, they will put the crew's mind at ease. And what will you choose for the final room? I mean, they're all just as good, really. Let's do a D4. Gold! Load the hold with gold! It will be done, my queen. Fantastic, I think that's everything. I shall get to work immediately, Your Majesty. She picks up her scribbled notes and diagrams and hurries out of the room, her spectacles bouncing slightly on her nose. Trade, Dean. We want to find someone to trade with. The ship is completed in record time. Clearly the patricians are eager to impress. You set off from the harbour by the end of the season. The crew are eager and the ship looks sturdy. But you can only hope they bring back something worth the investment or come back at all. Yeah, that's if we find locals. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? I do not mind. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's an easy enough decision. You're married to the grandees as we agreed before you took the throne. Right? I could do. Provided the grandees don't give me an absolute screw up, but the grandees will get preferential treatment. Across the kingdom, discontent with the Queen is rising. Everyone knew she was better off, but until now it hadn't occurred to most people just how much better off. Now the peasants are asking all sorts of troublesome questions about their benevolent overlord. And as everyone knows, once a question has been asked, it cannot be unasked. Hidden in the spider's web of alleys crisscrossing Phalassus is an old tavern. Somewhere in its hazy back rooms are a number of patricians who have met to celebrate their recent success. The citizens are gritting rowdy. It's all thanks to us. Now they know how much wealth the Queen's hiding, they're itching to get rid of her. Yes, I was even able to get away with levying a little extra tax this year. I even blame that on the Queen. Isn't it lovely having a scapegoat? Yes, now it's time to incite some real chaos. Sure enough, Queen Bellona is not only greedy, she's utterly incompetent too. For the next stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons' time. It's currently at 3, so that looks pretty secure. Don't really have cause to bribe anyone or cruel tax anyone, so common tax, all of you get it. Let's see. The refugee crisis in the south. Let's start with that. That sounds the most pressing. The south is experiencing a terrible famine, Your Majesty, and there's a steady trickle of refugees that have been pouring into the east. Famine, yes. Terrible tragedy. They're looking for food and steady work, but finding neither. They've turned to begging. The streets of eastern cities are crowded with southern vagrants. Well, I'm sorry that my suffering people are clogging up the precious eastern streets. They need help, not judgment, but will the council give it? I mean, I'm going to do golden choice. Distribute grain among the starving peasants in the south. It's got to be that, right? Well, I mean, you are like the most senior grandee at the minute, Dean. All the others just died going to the east. They got eaten by Snotiti the First. So, golden choice on A, everyone. Vote A for 500 gold. Right, 5 of you get to vote. Gonna move on. I'm the one with the OWO. Boom, boom. By distributing grain among the peasants who remain in the south, you alleviate their suffering and reduce the flow of refugees. There we are. For those who have already made their way to the east, prove unwilling to return to their homeland, fear more famine around the corner. Tensions heighten between the grandees and the counts. Ooh. Greedy southern merchants are taking advantage of cheap coastal labour, Your August Majesty, exploiting our natural resources and putting our trading companies out of business. Vultures. Is it really such a problem? This is just business. Moxie, just business? Really? I don't really want to buy it up. So we can leave the competent grandees to run things, or we can let the patricians have a shot at ruining their economy again. Let the patricians have a shot. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's a good business plan. Okay, patricians, I'm going to give you a loaded crossbow. Try not to shoot yourselves in the foot. By the knife, trust me, those coastal fools will run my companies into the ground. All the southern companies in the coast are transferred to new ownership: wine cellars, jewellers, gold mines, perfumeries. It all goes to Lord Patrician Ephra V. As the months pass, it becomes evident that the Grandee KotC was wrong. Companies continue to make a nice profit and the new owner spreads the wealth across the coast. Our economy is so dead in the water. It's unreal. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Alright, what do I want? I want someone that's hard-working and honourable. So no shysters, no cowards, no wimps. Yes, I know. Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels for now. Each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see them. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Lorelei, eldest daughter of the Eastern Teenybert Dynasty. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. She had a laboratory installed in her castle and spends most of her time there conducting bizarre experiments. She went missing a while ago, but it turned out she'd accidentally locked herself in a cellar. Survived on wine for a week. Gotta go, be right back. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Moxie. Take care. Look after yourself. Thank you for being here today. Hope to catch you again soon. That's totally my kid, what, locked in a wine cellar? I mean, I feel kind of neutral about it. From the coast we have Basil, wealthy heir to Lord Patrician Lamont Deck's estate. Spends most of his time in the solitude of his villa, so I know little about him. Basil from Lamont Deck. It's your boy? He's a shut-in. Yeah. If I live in the south, Balthazar, eldest son of the Whopper lineage. He's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Like many in the south, he claims to put his faith in the knife of God above all worldly concerns. He's tried his hand in a number of ventures, so they all seem to end in disaster. God, none of these are... I mean, he's stuck to them. Okay, alright, I think it's going to be Balthazar of the South. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. For the plot, you could refuse to marry. There is nothing. What would I do if I refused to marry? It wouldn't be for a peasant. I don't think I'd do it for religious reasons. I think I'd marry someone. Well, which of them do you wish to marry? Yeah, we'll go with Balthazar. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. You know, at least he sticks to his plans, even if they're failing. Deep in the back rooms of the royal palace, the southern grandees are poring over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard, filled with pins and crisscrossed by coloured string. The Queen has finally found a match, even if it isn't who we had hoped. Now she just needs to get on with the wedding. It was, wasn't it? Indeed, and then on to producing an heir. The peasants have been more agitated than usual recently. Someone's been filling their heads with fanciful tales of the Queen's massive treasury. I bet my money on it being the patricians' doing. Then we got to keep up our efforts. Queen Bellona isn't going anywhere on our watch. The Grandees must continue to aid the Queen by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the Queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. I think I will take the call for unity. I think I would like that in character. That'd be good. Fuck, patricians! I give you some trade, look at this. What are you doing? Crab. Crab. Look at Crab. Ooh. Jesus Christ almighty. Someone's getting a bit crabby. Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush is here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you, a crab. Of course he does. It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jewel crab as a fashionable pet. The creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Patricians have got crabs and feel like spreading them. Oh my god. Okay, send him in. Thank you for seeing me, Her Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you these crabs will only go up in value. Fine, let's buy it. Counting out your gold, Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush assures you that you will not regret your purchase. Your Highness, there's a problem at the cathedral that was recently built in the south. A dangerous outlaw by the name of Snake Eyes Danny was fleeing the city watch after a decade-long crime spree. We're finally on the verge of catching him. But just before he's caught, he dives into the cathedral, proclaims sanctuary. According to the law, we can't arrest him on holy ground. The audacity of Snake Eyes Danny to invoke holiness. How did he get that nickname? He turned to crime after losing his life savings on a single throw of the dice. Oh, and he's also got very vertical pupils. Sanctuary, that's a thing? Verily it is. The law of sanctuary is as old as the kingdom itself. As long as he remains on holy ground, this Danny is a child of the ninth under the protection of his mercy. I will not allow you to violate that, no matter the nature of this man's crimes. Egad, right now Snake-Eyed Danny is living the high life. Priests are feeding him roast dinners and fluffing his pillows. Well, we're not going to repeal Sanctuary. I would lean towards A, keep Sanctuary as it is. But if people want to chance it for C, then I can't stop you. Oh, come on, Grandies, where are you at? Oh my god, okay, we're leaning heavily towards the coin toss. Alright. Gamba time. Gonna flip a coin here. At least we won't have to worry about Snake Eyes Danny anymore. Centuries of tradition thrown out of the window. All for someone named Snake Eyes Danny. But I suppose it could be worse. Snake Eyes Danny is dragged kicking and screaming out the cathedral and hanged the next day for his crimes. Too numerous and horrible to mention. Using Gamba against Snake Eyes is oddly appropriate. Yeah, I mean, he's a gambling man and we took a gamble. It's paid off. We are looking good. Your wedding to Balthazar is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Balthazar at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do, Archbishop. Then I pronounce you queen and husband. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. At the feast, your new husband, Balthazar, delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. By the time you find yourself alone with Balthazar, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame that tradition demanded we marry in St. Bertrand's Cathedral. I can assure you the temples down south are much grander. I hope you're not feeling homesick already. Of course not. I never get homesick. Actually, I can't abide people who waste time dwelling on the past. Tell me something you're passionate about. I'm just a humble follower and I've God's teachings. And everywhere I look, I'm surrounded by sinners and heathens. I can't wait to laugh at them from the thereafter. Oh. Yay, that's so interesting, darling. It is, isn't it? Anyway, to continue the subject. You gently fall asleep to the sound of Balthazar droning on about himself. Late at night, two counts meet in an ancient stone ceremony to discuss their schemes against the Queen. Our grain stores are looking good, enough to endure a famine. Better than the rest of the kingdom, I'd say. Most pleasing, but won't summoning this demon be difficult? It's magic beyond our usual fare. The walls of reality are sturdy, but they can be weakened. Oh, a tide of blood must swallow this kingdom, and in its wake, chaos. Oh no. For the next stage of their scheme, the Counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Oh no. The Counts and Pats wanting to lower stability together. Of course, Alex and I are demon summoning. Yeah, exactly. So, Counts and Patricians who are invested in their schemes have a little bit of an alliance going on to try and lower stability. They want to lower stability by at least 1 point in the next 2 seasons. Uh-oh. Let's start with a fateful tree. Your Holiness, dreadful tidings from our new cathedral. Fuck me, this cathedral? Absolute ball ache. Is it collapsing already? Gods above, I hope not. The cathedral sits next to a grove of trees. There's one especially rare one. The Greater Arrow Tree. It was planted by Queen Alma the Wise herself and stands over 200 feet tall. That's a very tall tree. It is indeed, Your Majesty, but that's part of the problem. Last, all the visitors to our newly built cathedral are disturbing the soil, and the Greater Arrow Tree is dying. He You don't realise how... No, I have an idea. Because, what is it? I've been to theme parks and I've seen, like, roller coasters that are, like, 100 foot high. And so double that, that's ridiculous. When you say climbable, like, you can't get all the way to the top, I imagine. It's too thin, but... Dear God. It's fantastically tall. I would guess, what is that? That's like... Oh, the platform is something like 180 foot up? Yeah. That's like 10... Well, no. More than that. You're looking at probably about 15 or so stories on a building. That's tremendously tall. Thanks, Waldress. Thanks. Okay. Well, we're going to do something to look after the tree. We can make a proclamation, or we can spend a bit of money to build a fence. I'd prefer to build a fence. But we can take a gamble on the proclamation. Right, well, that looks good. Proclamation, 70%, it's in our favour. After your proclamation, people give the greater arrow tree a wide berth, fearing for their necks. It recovers its health and flourishes, casting the cathedral in sun-dappled shadow. Becomes a symbol not only of the reign of Queen Alma the Wise, but of your wisdom in protecting your kingdom's natural beauty. There we go. Great. This simply cannot go on, Your Majesty. These arch-boffins think they know everything, but they know nothing of the ninth god's wrath. Please, Your Majesty, we found a perfect site for an observatory high in the southern hills. But it's old Grandy Gibbo Nexus II's lands, and he refuses to let us build there. Such things are heresy. The stars are just as big and close as the ninth god intended. Who put you up to this idea, I bet it's one of those counts like Kagazi II. You know what? We are going to construct the observatory. Gibbo's quite dashing, he is, isn't he? Call for unity? Wait, what? Why would we have a call for unity? But yeah, I'm going to pay you 500 gold to let us build that observatory. Vote A, everyone, for Golden Choice. Golden Choice on A. Oh dear. Right, how many outstanding we got? We got like 9 people yet to vote. Please no XCOM. Oh please, XCOM is a myth. XCOM doesn't exist. XCOM cannot hurt you. Alright, let's Let's go. 11 votes on A. Thank you very much. The Grandees grumble and groan, but construction goes ahead. Over time, the observatory provides new jobs and brings many travelling scholars to the area, paying for itself many times over. There we are. It's a good classic, I know. The 90% failure is... Ooh. Your Majesty, nobles of the council, tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it's time we forget our past troubles and come together as friends. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? We could exchange gifts or hold a friendly competition, a fashion show perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on a team-building exercise to help you and the council trust each other again? Sir Lancelot, welcome on in. Let's see, where are you? And Katori. What do you call somebody with no body and no nose? Nobody Nobody knows. Okay. Welcome on in, Sir Lancelot. Let's see where you've been put. You're in among the Grandees there. Welcome, sir. And, Katori. Where's Katori this time? There you are. You're in the Counts. Oh dear. Once Mr. Kaji said 90% is 100%. We're good. Roll failed. Yeah. That's it. That's why I like to take the long shots. Alright, I'm going to do a call for unity on this one. And I'm going to say, can we do a game of riddles? It's so rare we get this. I've only seen the game of riddles like 4 or 5 times, and I've been streaming the game 2 years. So kindly consider voting C for the novelty. Call for unity is in effect if that's going to change how you vote. But let's have a team building exercise. Let's learn to like each other. Okay? Voldemort doing Harry's child. Oh, okay, nobody knows. Yeah. Well, well, well. If it isn't our old friend, the call for unity vote. Here we go again. What have we got there? 11 votes so far. Any more to come in? Call for disunity. Oh dear. Alright. Countdown. Shadow Moon, welcome. Where are you, Shadow Moon? There you are. Welcome back to the Counts. Game of riddles could be fun. Wonderful. Oh, we got the stability. Okay, good, great, fantastic. Wonderful. I'll make the arrangements at once. The nobles can work together on the riddles with a hefty cash prize if they get it right. The nobles of the council begin murmuring. This is a chance to prove the sharpness of their wits. They better brush up on their riddles. But yes, Shadow Moon, welcome on in. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, things are going well. Now then, the counts and patricians would be interested probably in F, the prism, to lower stability. Counts may want A, the fortress, to bolster their military. But Grandees, if you're loyal to me, there's no way to increase farming. C, the monument would help increase authority. And E, the deer park, some people who want to hurt my chances may want to build that. But here's everyone's cash. You want a riddle? What's the difference between you and an egg? An egg get laid. Oh, okay. Start the auction now. Type exclamation mark vote fund, sorry, followed by the letter of the item you'd like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. The top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded back to you. There is about 40 seconds for you to get your funding in, but we have a slight delay on stream, so I will type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. What have we got? Let's see, F and D. Okay. A Thieves Guild, really? Boom. 10 seconds. Go, go, go. Alright, so with that, stability comes down and trade comes down in the south. Thanks, Ephra. Alright, let's go. The crab craze has swollen to unforeseen heights, Your Majesty. Well, that's good, isn't it? The trade is so profitable, patricians are shutting down textile mills to focus on crab catching. Thousands are unemployed. But who cares about that, Your Majesty? Your box of crabs is now worth nearly double what you paid for it. Under cash out? I think it might be. Yeah, let's sell it. You sell your calves for much more than what you paid. The treasurer appears satisfied with your practicality. I was tempted to hold. Meanwhile, industries collapse along the coast. That's what happens. Your Majesty, I've asked the court jester to help us with our game of riddles. Rare JPEG, everyone. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dum. Let's test our wits and have some fun. Delightful. Piffy, what walks on 4 legs in the... Man! It's a man! By the 9th, that's an easy one. Oh, you're canny riddlers after all. Have pity on this poor old fool. But since the council's mood is nigh funeral, I shall break out some new material. Easy. Over the next hour, the jester capers around the council hall, posting riddles and occasionally hitting Conte's Shadow Moon with an inflated pig's bladder on a stick. Finally, he sings out the final and most difficult riddle of all. I have no heart and have no morals, but I'm often used to settle quarrels. If you can see my face, you can't see my tail. Without me, you can't drink an ale. What am I? It's a coin, right? He didn't like you being a smartass, yeah. Bonkle, where's Bonkle? There you are. Welcome on in, Bonkle. I think it's got to be C for coin, right? I think this so. What was the riddle? You can't see my face if you see my tail. Without me, you can't drink an ale. And something about settling a quarrel. So like fines, I'd assume. So yeah, I think it's something beginning with C. That's what I'm going to say. And I think it's so much I'm going to put golden choice on it. Yeah, coin. It's got to be, right? A has golden choice, everyone, unless you seriously think it's going to be something else. I see golden choice, you do. Alright. 10 votes outstanding. That seems to be fairly average for number of people not voting. I see golden choice. I'm voting. There we are. Alright, I'll do a countdown if you've yet to vote. Do it before I hit 3, 2, and 1. Could be dollar, assets, or salary. I don't think dollar exists in this world. Assets and salary, maybe. What say you, your majesty? Do thou agree with thine council members? Yes, I think they're correct. Wise you are indeed, I must humbly concede. The answer is a coin. The council's wisdom has left me in awe, and what's more, it's left the queen poor. The jester cartwheels out of the council hall, leaving the nobles to celebrate their victory and sharing their cash prize amongst themselves. There you all are. Look at that. Well done, everyone. Your marriage to Balthazar has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, and you made some good memories together, but there's no spark. Wait, what? How did you get 125? How does that work? Golden Choice gave you 500. Did you all get 750 gold? Damn, that was good, wasn't it? Most excellent outcome? It sure is. Okay. He cares more about the knife god than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own will do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. I'll make my youngest cousin my heir. Of course, an entirely sensible idea. I will make the arrangements at once. Okay, there we are. Bada bing, bada boom. A pair of counts face each other in silence. A code word is exchanged. They speak of their latest schemes. What happened? The kingdom was meant to be a whirlpool of chaos by now. It's more like a whirlpool of smiles and hugs. No demon will come anywhere near it. The Count's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Back in the coast, Lord Patrician mutated Zombie Bush has met with his co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around in good measure, but there seems to be little cause for celebration. It's no good, the workers are losing momentum. If we don't keep up the pressure, they'll go back to living their normal lives in peace. Bah! Lazy good-for-nothings. Can't even get off their backsides for one measly revolt. We have to keep them unhappy. Don't allow the Queen time to stabilise. The Pact's goal is to lower the Kingdom's stability to 4 or less. I love Team Chaos here. Now then, speaking of, do we have reason to tax anyone? Not really. I think we're good. Alright, the Plague of Rats sounds like #1 thing to deal with. Then the deceased and the old debt. So we'll start the Plague of Rats. Lady Patrician Rihanna, hello Rihanna, strides into the council chambers, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the coast are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. I want to hire some adventurers, I think. Yeah, I'll give you all money, golden choice on D, the golden D, if we hire some adventurers to clear out the rodents. While you're all voting, I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom and back. Be back in a moment. Alright, I have returned. Quick, right, while Thrifty's away, no. Hiring first level adventurers to deal with the rats. Yeah, they gotta get XP. How else are they meant to get to level 2? Luckily, the Adventurers Guild has an entire branch dedicated to vermin control as part of their levelling up initiative. See? Don't worry, Your Majesty, you can rely on I, Graswold the Glorious, and my party of merry venturers to clear out these rats for you. Later, the adventurers are wiped out battling some kind of rat king in a sewer, but the rodent population has gone down. There we go, fantastic. The rats shall feed well. Yeah. The elderly Countess Ilona, a cousin many times removed from Count KotC, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? A better end than most of us get. Indeed, Your Majesty, she stayed home in the east most of the time, enjoying herself. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrambling for her estate. Countess Ilona was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. By Zenya's ashes, that's a pitiful claim. I think it's got to go to one of the nobles. So A or B, vote whichever you prefer. Oh, thank you, Mero, for thinking I should get it. Currently got, oh, it's very close, but it's leaning towards Grandy Bonkle. Not biased, nah. Okay, I think that's pretty set. Don't think we're going to have any upsets here. Count KotC shakes his head, muttering with his friends about favouritism in the council. But Grandee Bonkle and the other Grandees are delighted. They even send you and the treasurer a gift basket as a token of their appreciation. There we go. Look at that. Money. How dare you expect me to take this seriously, you crack-brained simpleton? Shut your daft mouth and give me what I am owed, you honourless dog. Bonkle, you're upping everyone about this money. My wealth inflated very much. Look at this. Again? More money for Bonkle? What in the seven hells is going on? This pimple-headed lackwit expects me to pay them a huge quantity of gold just because their great-great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather in a foot race. Dead ode is a dead ode, is it not? Your Holiness, I only recently discovered this debt while combing through my ancestors' journal. Honour dictates that KotC's Shadow Moon is liable for their ancestors' debt. By Xenia's ashes, this is ludicrous. I demand we put it to a vote. Yeah, we'll do a call for unity, which I don't expect to get, but vote how you will. I'd say the 2 centuries of interest is a tad much. But I can see people are going towards it. Why are people voting along party lines on this one? What's going on? It's literally... Okay, alright. That's most of you. I'm going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1 and we'll move on. The 3 line whips are out. Yeah, that's it. We got someone, who's this? Trucker Nero, breaking strides to vote in favour of the counts. How delightful. Glad the council can see reason in this matter. A debt is a debt. Does nobody care about honour anymore? Personal RP, have a heart. Yeah, there we are. No, I know it is. It's just funny to see when normally we have such a mixed bag. I want to keep what I've currently got, I think. Okay, so let's start with the crab bubble. Then we'll work up the Stone Maiden and then cutting remarks. Buy my floppy hat a debt unpaid. Yeah. Bad news, Your Majesty. A new reef has been discovered which is overflowing with millions of jewel crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. How could this be? The patricians are losing money. The entire kingdom will suffer financially, Your Majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Curiously, Lord Patrician mutated Zombie Bush, the very same patrician who first began the crab craze, recently sold all his crabs at a huge profit just days before the crash. I was wise to sell, yes. Something has to be done here. You summon your council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they are casting furious glances at the patricians' benches. I think, yeah, Gibbo, welcome back on in. Zombie, I'm sorry, but you're a shyster and I don't like it. What did I miss? Crab crisis. Hot on the news right now. There we are. Okay then. Bada bing, bada boom. Your soldiers storm Lord Patrician mutated zombie Bush's opulent mansion, arresting him and confiscating his ill-gotten crab gold. The trial will be held as soon as possible. Outraged patricians protest that your actions are illegal and make a mockery of the law. Don't they know you're the queen? Okay, here we go. What's this? Behold, your majesty. Uh-oh, who is it? Count KotC Blueberry pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Countess Morgrim. Morgrim, no! The statue is impeccably detailed, its expressions a frozen grimace. The were-gannet. A sad sight, is it not? The gannet finally dies. The gannet statue. The sculpture is most talented. No, your grace, no, this is no statue. It seems the stone maiden is abroad in the east. Who's that? She is a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking to terrorize the kingdom. He was ignored and taken for granted. Boo! That's right. That's bad. It's terrible. Please, your majesty, we must do so. Salutes in chat for Morgrim the First. And yeah, Morgrim the Second can have a change up of personality if you like. You might say she's a bit stoned. Yeah, that's it. She got rocked. There we are. Make a new character? I guess you can. Gonna have a wizard take care of it, I think. Salutes for the fallen. Helican next time, maybe? Is it running the bloodline? Where's the kill count? Kill count is up at... Jesus. 5 deaths? Oh, this is rich. And it's all due to frickin' counts. Cormorant could work. I don't know cormorant. Is that like native to the southern hemisphere? Let's have a look at it. Time to learn about a new bird. Oh, it looks almost like a penguin. Like it's got all this sort of white and black. Shags in the UK? Is it really? Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, no, they do look similar to that. I've never heard of a bird known as a shag. It sounds like a silly joke. Shags in the UK. Oh dear. Okay, we are gonna have a wizard take care of this. Alright, Whopper, did you get your vote in? Yes, there you are. Yeah, but they're like blue tits and things like that, so that's like... No birds called tits and boobies, but shags? Yeah. Well, it's real. Morgrim's going to be a were-shag, I suppose. You send out word that you need a wizard and fast. A few days later, one arrives and presents a hideous spectacle indeed. The wizard is a smoking ruin of twisted slag, mouth stretched into a silent scream. Carried into your throne room atop a palanquin, he is set down carefully by a team of sickly-looking apprentices. I hear you are having trouble with a woman who turns people to stone. A matter I regretfully have some experience with. Bank. I could make this problem go away for the advertised fee. And a small sacrifice. All I require is one of the Queen's teeth. But I just remembered to floss. This will make flossing, if anything, easier. You survey the worried faces of your nobles. Allowing this wizard to pull out a royal tooth looks weak, but condemning your citizens looks cowardly. Do it. One of Gordius's apprentices steps forward and whips out a pair of pliers. It's over in a flash. Thank you, Your Majesty. This will make a fine addition to my collection. That really hurt. At least Gordius sticks to his promises. Within a week, the Stone Maiden's eyes are dark. She's a statue once more, silent and unmoving, with village children dancing around her and pigeons making messes on her head. Fantastic. Look at that. We are so good. Your Grace, I'm fed up with this new OO contraption. Snotty the Second, yes, what's up? Everyone's using it. Nobles, commoners, priests, they're all getting their heads chopped off by the bloody OO. Whatever happened to the good old days? When the nobles were beheaded with good honest acts and commoners were hanged like filthy rats. Now there's no dignity in death for the aristocracy. We're treated just like the peasants. Uwu after OO, but OO before Umbi. Ovo? Ovo? God, I can't even. I'm going to do a call for unity. And I think... I don't really... Would I be equality? I don't think so. I'd say only commoners should have their heads chopped off by the OO. I think B is what I would like. Everyone should let the bodies hit the floor. Nobles should duel to the death. For the memes. Okay. 13 votes at the minute. I think 10. I'm trying to keep track of how many people are missing. I'll do a final countdown. Okay. Everyone gets their heads chopped off. That's the way we want it. By blood of the dead, when did we start caring about equality? The common folk at least appreciate your fair-mindedness. Criminals start publicly thanking you moments before they rest their necks on the OO. See, thanks for the OO. OOs for everyone. you get an OO, and you get an OO. Guess it hurt our cause? No, I don't care. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Like, you shouldn't, because we like to roleplay, you shouldn't be too caught up in the schemes. I mean, it's nice if you can progress them, but it's also okay to have reigns like this every now and again where nothing really happens. Okay, industries are collapsing. Your Majesty, mass unemployment and unrest have arisen in the coast. Businesses are going bankrupt, mills are shutting down. People are calling it a Great Depression because it's making everyone miserable. Indeed, holy shit, look at the patricians doing this. Why are you like this? This freaking 4D chess maneuver to cause chaos. They're like, oh, the peasants aren't grumpy enough to revolt. I know, we'll crash our economy with insider trading in crabs. It's not even like, right? Earlier I said, oh, shall we give the patricians a shot at ruining their economy again? And they did it immediately. There was no build-up. There was no, like, reign of relative peace. Just the very next season, yeah, we're going to start selling crabs. We got free trade. Crabs are here. Let's go. Dedicated to their craft, if nothing else. Yeah, that's it. Oh no, my investments have all gone up in smoke, and it's the same for every other patrician. We must find a way to lift the coast out of poverty. How about? I'm gonna pay you gold. I don't trust you with money. I certainly don't want to spend money. Golden choice on C. We're gonna get some soldiers. Vote C for golden choice. You want D? No, I don't. Let's get some military in. Let's get a good strong navy. I'll join in on the group vote. Thank you very much. There you go. The money is there. Bringing in the Armada. Let's see. Where's the Armada emote? There it is. The raid ships. There they are. The Pats are coming. You begin the process of mass conscription, forcing the unemployed coastal peasants to be productive by shoving longbows into their hands and telling them to practice hitting sacks of straw at 50 paces. No trade, but all ships. Warships. The coastal army swells in size, but the economy is still in shambles, and the patricians grumble that their investments are losing value by the day. Right, what's the expedition brought? An uncharacteristically brash move, your treasurer burst into the council chambers unannounced, right in the middle of a session. Your Majesty, the expedition you sent to Chairs finally returned. That's incredible. Indeed, it's clear from their tale that it was a miracle they made it back at all. Though they have not brought us any great riches, the tale of their adventure is surely one for the ages. Bring them here so I may hear it. Oh. Wait. What? Is this a known bug? I haven't touched this event. Yeah, I know. Okay, cool. Hold on. Well, everyone, it's time. Let's quit to the main menu. Go back in. Everyone rejoin. And we're going to have to try, and we're going to try again. Salutes for the first attempt. Time for the Wayback Machine. Well, no, it should load in right before we click that event. I believe it auto-saves after each event. How many people is this? That's... I think, yeah, most of the people that were active, right? Let's find out. Alright. Let's fly through this. Bring them here so I may hear it. No, it's bust. Okay, cool. Alright. We'll start over and I guess if I can force the event around it. Oh, okay. Alright, have a look, see what you can find, Morgan. We'll take a pause for now. Well, no, I can take an authority hit instead to go buy it. Even though that's not what I'd do in character. In character, right? Let me load the game. You can all reach... Oh, wait, no, actually... Shit. Back. Because if we want to fiddle with the save file... We may have to fiddle with the save file, so... Let's see... What shall we do? In the meantime... we're going to wait until Morgrim has a quick look. See if she can figure out what's going on. If I can't fix it, you can boost your authority 1 point in the save file. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. Let me go to the save files and send you it. Oh, let me put the brake on. Sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties. We'll be back in a moment. Where is my King of the Castle? King of the Castle, King of the Castle. And let's see, I'll just send you my save file. There we go. Or I can just adjust it myself, yeah. So everyone, how are we all doing? No worries about any of that. Let's take a quick little break. I've never known a thing do that, though. I've never known that event to do what it just did.
This interactive experience is brought to you by developer Dob.
We're just going to have a quick little boxing match. Let me edit stream info. This is Electro Boxing League Techno, which we're going to have a little break on, so everyone, while Morgrim has a little route around, we're going to go in and let's just do a single match. The most fun game. It only came out yesterday. Let's go. What do we got? We got our actual thing.
I want to see a
fighting a random opponent in an expedition match. Let's go. Gotta catch the rhythm of the song. Look, see everything drops about. Right, we're loading our land zones. So I'm operating the scientist on the back of the robot, trying to input commands. Let's boost the system to the arms so we can box. Let's do this. Oh, it's not working. Let's go. Start attacking stuff. No? Okay. Now it's time. I think I found the issue with Central. Oh, okay. See what you can do, Morgan. Don't worry. This looks incredible. This is fantastically fun. I streamed it yesterday, Techno, for about 5 hours solid. And it's really cheap as well. It's only like a tenner at the minute. Bolster our attacks. So you've got a bunch of special moves you can do. So you can get different arms. Let's see. Let's set up our drones. Dial down the volume, you're right. The volume was adjusted for King of the Castle. They're rebooting. Okay, they're back up, they're back up. Let's go, let's go. So this is a whole new game that's just come out. So I highly recommend it. It's currently on sale, 20% off for launch, so it's only £10 for us in the UK. I don't know what that translates to the rest of you in your own currencies, but check it out on Steam. They've also got a free demo. Goldster, come on, improve our punching. We got it. Oh, we got a fatal error now. We got to reboot our mech. Look at that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right, yeah, so once the match is done, we'll reload King of the Castle with an all-new save file. Hopefully. Thank you, Morgrim, for your time, and thank you everyone else for your patience. Yeah, there we go. Canada, are you knocked out yet? Are you done yet? Look at us on our spindly... So my legs here don't activate mines, which is why I'm using landmines all the time. How much time we got left? Not enough. Okay, in the corner again. Let's go. Come on. Repair, repair. What's bad? The head's bad. The head's bad. Let's get the head sorted out with our little repair beam. There we go. There's that. There's that. Alright, we've used everything, I think. Let's bolster while they can't hit us to interrupt it. And let's immediately go into landmine mode. Spread those landmines everywhere. Fucking A, look at that. Right, catch the beat. Stopping the beat. There we go. There we go. Finally. Right, we beat him. Right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on. Come on, you've been knocked out. This is your third knockout. Holy shit, okay. There we go. Okay, we got a fatal error. That's fine. We should reboot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Come on.
7, 8.
Come on. We want victory. Okay, we got little to no energy. Let's repair our arm a bit, as that's the most hurt. There we go. We got no recharge energy left. Oh, Canada, you dirty Canadians. Oh, try and interrupt these landmines if you're so tough. Oh. Bolster while he's on the other side of the thing. Come on! What just blew up there? One of my arms. Great. That changed to a balanced stance. There we go, we got him, we got him. Oh my god, is he going to get up again?
8, 9, 10. Reboot failure. This match is ended.
There we go, we did it. We won. Get wrecked, buddy. I landed 23 punches to his 29. But yeah, fantastic little game. Super good. Techno, I highly recommend it. You want to go check it out. Let's go back to the break. Let's quit out of this. Whoop. Let's see. Edited save files. There we go. Right, that's downloaded. Where is my... place file? There we go. And bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Where is what were we playing again? What game are we meant to be playing? Where is it? There we go. Fingers crossed this works. I've never seen this particular bug. Well, we'll continue the Dynasty. Let's load it in. Here we go. Whoop. Rejoin, please, everyone. Rejoin. And there we are. Thank you for that short intermission. Just had to go beat up a Canadian for a moment. Alright, this is enough. Hopefully everyone will rejoin as we go on. Let's jump on in. The expedition returns. Okay, skip through. No! Okay, cool. Don't worry. Oh, it means my new noble is in. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, we gotta quit out. It's not fixed it. But it's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it, and I'll just lose the authority. It's all good. Even though I want an asterisk next to it to say that this didn't... this was out of character. But for the good of carrying on the game... Fine. I'll tell them to piss off. Can we get a pat in here? And no worries. Thank you for trying, Morgan. It's all good. The Queen was hungover, maybe? Yeah. Alright. Here we go. I think that's... Everyone will have to rejoin. And we'll skip through. Yada 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 yada. That's incredible. Yada yada yada. If they don't have anything concrete to give me, then I don't care. The returning heroes from Shur are given a cold reception, an unpopular decision among the common folk. But travellers don't need your charity. They'll make a cosy living telling their stories to any fool who will listen. Alright, let's see the new Morgrim. Hey, look at that. Very dapper. Very good. Alright, thank you everyone for your patience. Technical issues have been solved. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Sorry I couldn't fix it. Morgan, no worries. It's good that you tried. Thank you for trying. I appreciate all the extra work you do. Not just for me, but for the King of the Castle community in general. You know, in a better world, the game wouldn't have the occasional little mishaps. Because bearing in mind, I don't really have any mods active, do I? Other than other bug fixes. But at least it's something you can add to your list of things to look at as and when you get time, I suppose. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... The council hall is filled with nervous silence. What have I got? What is this thing in front of me? My cousin and adopted daughter. There we go. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir? What is her name? Bellona II. Dead man the second. How delightful, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Bellona will grow up to be a chip off the old block. I'm liking our... There's definitely a blue hair thing going on with the counts, because Alex also has blue hair, doesn't he? Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Alrighty. There we go. We're just edging out, staying a step ahead of Team Chaos here. Alright, everyone, rejoin, because we got an auction. If you've yet to rejoin, if you're just listening in on the background, let's see. I've currently only got 2 pats in here. And let's see, 4 counts, 5 grandees. How many people are actively voting? I think there was more than that. I'm going to wait a moment to see if we can get more people in who can be active on the auction. Check on the left to see if you're in. But let's see, if I look here, I want more farming, so A, the aqueduct would be really cool. And Team Chaos want less stability, so they probably want the prison, E. Other than that, other items of note, D, the fortress, to increase military for the grandees, would give them a slight level, well, really, they're not competitive with the other regions. So the grandees may want D. But yeah, here's everyone's money. And we shall begin the auction right now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there is a delay on stream, so I will type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Alright everyone, welcome back to our usual programming. We got D and E at the minute. Fortress and prison. Boom, boom. There we are. 10 seconds. Boom, boom. What have we got? What have we got? Wait, what was that? What did we build? Oh, the military and the theatre. Ephra. Trying to tank my authority again. Sniping me once more. Okay, what else? The crab trial. And bad mushrooms? Let's start with the crab trial, that's important. After months of delay... Oh wait, mutated zombie isn't here. Oh, is mutated zombie going to... Oh my god, no. Weldris, come on back in. You'll have to rejoin, I'm afraid. As we had a bug in the game that we had to work round. There we go. Welcome back on in. After months of delay, Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush is finally due to stand trial for his crab-related market manipulation. You stand accused. Oh wait, hold on. Let me get the volume back up. On the music, it's about there. There we go. No, a little less than that, I think. There we go, that's the sweet spot. You stand accused of perpetuating fraud and tricking hundreds into buying expensive crabs. How do you plead? I'm guilty only of making money, so I broke a few laws along the way. Is that a crime? Yes, obviously. I pronounce you guilty as charged. Your fate will be decided by the Queen. Imprisonment is fine. Lord Patrician mutated zombie bush is dragged away in chains, wailing for clemency. Most of the watching nobles agree that justice has been done, except for the patricians, of course. Please, your majesty, mutated zombie bush has young children. Who is supposed to pay for the upkeep of his villa? It seems as though the patricians took the brunt of losses. Yeah, it's a shame. It's just a bit of turbulence. An ill-fated ship arrived in the harbour, and the kingdom was never the same. Bad news, your holiness. The southern peasants are starving. There we go. Predictable, yes, but in their starvation they have turned to foraging for desert mushrooms to survive. This particular variety is delicious and filling, but makes one very ill. After a brief recovery, all seems well. I don't like where this is going. The next morning, the unfortunate soul rises from their bed in a fugue state, wandering the streets as though touched by a demon. Then they drop dead. This mushroom is dangerous, and my servants are calling it the sixth god's bane. It sounds rather useful. Oh, I couldn't comment on that. If we can't get more food in the south, we should at least tell the peasants what this sixth god's bane looks like. Right. I'm good either way. She's always had a hawk. Wait, hasn't the Spymaster always had a hawk? The joke back in the old days was that the hawk was the real Spymaster, and the woman was just the Spymaster's handler. But yeah, we can pay the grandees to harvest the mushroom for the Spymaster. That would be fantastic. Or we can get more food in the south. Either or. Why didn't I notice? I don't know. It's always been there, honest. God damn. Let me open this so... Right, I think, yeah, we got most of us back. You're not hawk-eyed? Oh, dear. Roan. Right. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. The counts and patricians aren't filled with the expense, but the grandees are delighted indeed. There we are. Meanwhile, the peasants stop resorting to the sixth god's bane and collapsing in the streets. Hopefully the south will continue its recovery. That's great. See, we solved the problem. Oh, it was the crab trial who'd done that. Excellent. Yeah, here he is. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the mother of the nation. But so far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's farms aren't producing enough food, Your Majesty. The peasants can't rely on you. Damn it! Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own, but your other advisors, have other ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the ninth god, the Church will lend our full support. With the backing of the Church, nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any queen who recovers it will rule over a golden age. You know where we're going now? It's tyranny time. Okay, everyone? Time for tyranny. My favourite. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin putting together my plans. But of course it won't be easy. Your priority will be to raise your authority in the kingdom's overall military as much as you can. And of course there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Haven't seen the Marshal in so long. Yeah, it's been a bit. I'm good. I'm good. I have no reason to tax anyone or bribe anyone. Right, winter chill. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Let's start this. The eastern winter has been especially cruel this year, Your Grace. I can still feel it in my bones. The sign? Oh, God! Why has no one said anything about the sign? Oh. Wait, when was that? Oh, that was for the thing. Okay. That wasn't the whole time. My God. I just did. Yeah, no. That's, Thank you, Morgrim, for noticing my head was turned off. Thank you for noticing that the sign was still up. JD, there you go. You're in the pats. Someone wasn't paying attention. Oh. Help me. The eastern winter has been especially cruel this year, Your Grace. I can still feel it in my bones. I found the secret is layers. It's not just about me. In the east, the river's frozen, and people won't work for fear of frostbite. My butler touched an iron fence post and lost his entire finger. Gagazi, welcome back on in. There you are. Alright, I'm gonna pay you all. We wanna send food. Wait. Yeah, I think we want to do this. Send food to rebuild eastern stockpiles, right? Golden choice on A. You know you want the money. I know you want the money. Come and get your money. I sure do want the money. There you go, Lancelot. You can have it. We play every Sunday, by the way. I think you're a new face. Yeah. We play every Sunday. So feel free to come back next week. We'll be continuing this save until... Where am I? What month is it? Nilawa, welcome. There you are, in the counts. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes, this is my first, my lord. Yeah, I pretty much remember everyone's names as best as I can, but sometimes I'm a little uncertain. The treasurer arranges for huge wagons of grain, fruit, vegetables and meat to be sent to the east. As they roll in, the peasants cheer weakly before hurrying back to their houses to shelter from the wind. Along with the food is extra seed for the coming spring. The eastern farmland should be in better shape next year, barring any unforeseen accidents. Bigger JD, hello buddy, looking dapper as always. Your esteemed highness, will you tell these superstitious counts to get over themselves and let us harvest their trees? We need the wood for our craftspeople. I have told you 1,000 times, noble patrician. That forest is thoroughly haunted. You'll damn us all if you go logging there. But you sold us a logging contract, and said contract has no exclusions for haunting. Your esteemed highness, the counts can't be allowed to wiggle out of their commitments. I mean, a deal is a deal. It is, that's right. I'm going to do a call for unity on the off chance, but I don't think I have a strong opinion either way. The Pats can't be trusted handling economy. That is true. Fence it off. Stop them getting in. Oh. Right, how many of you? 16 of you. And how many votes is that? 10? 6 of you to vote. Boom, boom. We gotta fence it off, I'm afraid. Succeeded, but my lumber! I paid for that. Give it a rest, won't you? The council has spoken and it's for your own good. When it's clear the council won't reconsider its position, noble patrician Bigger JD II slinks back to the coast. The haunted forest falls back into obscurity and legend. Okay. You've done some redecorating in the throne room, anticipating your future as an iron-fisted tyrant. When the marshal walks in, she whistles appreciatively. I like what you done with the place. Lots of chains and spikes. Is that a working Iron Maiden? And it's shipped over from Tavelin. Very nice. I didn't know they still made these. But that's nothing. You pull a lever on your throne, and a trapdoor opens to the marshal's left. Beneath it is a pit full of writhing snakes, all deadly, of course. Classic. Let them try and vote against you now. She composes herself. I've been surveying the troops across the kingdom. Okay, coin toss time. Please be lucky. What's the report? The troops are looking good, Your Majesty. The soldiers of the south are in tip-top condition. Fantastic. Now the key is to make sure the armies are loyal to us, rather than their region. Easier said than done, of course. I need to speak with the ordinary soldiers. Grease some palms, smoke some cigars, reminisce over old war stories. They don't respect the council any more than I do. But at the end of the day, Your Majesty, it'll come down to how much they respect you. That evening, she rides out to meet the kingdom soldiers and get the lay of the land. Okay, another 50-50. We're going to be lucky. When she returns, the Marshal looks frustrated. She unstoppers a whiskey flask and takes a long, fierce swig. Damn it all. Damn it, the soldiers have no interest in turning against the council. What a waste of time. You need to get their respect, somehow, and I don't care how. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing the kingdom's authority as much as possible. In the next 2 seasons, the challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. Damn. Not good, is it? Great, patricians are on the verge of rebellion. That's not good, is it? Wait, ambition tyranny's here again? That's not good. Alright, let's deal... the bug? Yeah. Well, it's cheesed it, but we'll work through the other events. Whopper, hello. God above, I've been robbed. My villa has been ransacked and my money stolen. Yo. What is this bug related to, Morgan? Is it just this one ambition? Whopper's missing what? 750 gold, is that? There have been more and more robberies in the south of late, Your Majesty. I suspect it's something to do with the Thieves Guild that was established there recently. We need to hunt down these thieves like the rats they are. Maybe we can even get my wealth back. Oh, okay, cool. It's just tyranny is a bit buggy. Okay. Well, you know, everyone, I think spare no expense in hunting the thieves down. I'm going to do a golden choice on it. Here you are. We made Whopper lose money with the Thieves Guild. Yeah, you did. Golden choice on B, everyone. The golden B. Wowie, look at that. You all showed up. Thank you very much. You order a massive recruitment drive for the Southern Watch and even hire adventurers to bolster the ranks. Such effort quickly pays off. The leader of the Thieves Guild is brought before you in chains. My money, praise the ninth. Time to face the noose, you cur. You don't understand. We didn't just appear in the south at random. We had financial backing from members of this very council. We were funded by... His sentence ends in a gargle. The feathered arrow appears in his neck. The council erupts in chaos, but a culprit is never found. From that moment forward, what little trust had existed between the council members is broken. But at least the southern economy recovers once the Thieves Guild is disbanded. Your esteemed highness, do you remember Lord Patricia mutated Zombie Bush? The fellow through my dungeon? That's right, for crab-based crimes. Well, he's escaped. He cunningly concealed his escape tunnel behind a 6-foot-wide oil painting of cavorting nymphs. Blood and stars! Why was this villain allowed such a painting in his cell at all? Villain or not, mutated Zombie Bush was a Lord Patrician and was accommodated accordingly. At the patrician's request. Let me hunt down this outlaw, Your Highness. I'll show these soft-hearted patricians how a count keeps his prisoners. Okay, Weldress. We're not going to have that. We're going to do something. I'd like to send Weldress out. Did he pull a Shawshank Redemption? Yeah, pretty much. Dug a tunnel. Alright, we got a 50-50. Time for a gamble again. Bada bing, bada boom. I have faith in myself. I think you'll be fine. I swear by blood of the dead, Your Grace. I won't let you down. I won't return until I've taken mutated zombie Bush's head. Next day, surrounded by a posse of hollering Eastern Knights, Count Weldress X rides out to hunt down mutated zombie Bush. A week later, he returns triumphant, holding mutated zombie Bush's head as a trophy. When you examine the head, waving away flies, you realise it's not mutated zombie Bush at all. It's someone else entirely. Wait, this isn't the outlaw? Oh, by blood of the dead. That's not Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush. It's Noble Patrician Bigger JD II. What? Is that what happens when... Oh my god, we've never had this before. JD! You didn't even look like him. So this is what happens because Mutated Zombie hasn't rejoined after we had the game crash. Haha, whoops. A simple case of mistaken identity. I assure you, an innocent mistake. It just goes to another Pat. Oh no! JD! I'm sorry, buddy. Salutes in chat. JD, you can change up your roleplay. Damn. That's 6 noble deaths. Oh. Collateral damage is bad, that's true. Throw Weldress in Mutated Zombie Bush's old cell. Your watch officers grab Count Weldress under the elbows and begin dragging him away. Sorry, Weldress. It's gotta be done. Everything I said about prison cells being too cushy for nobles, that was bluster. You know I didn't mean that, right? Salutes. Weldress I has been imprisoned. And will be replaced, Jesus Christ, by Weldress II. That's 7 deaths now. We are climbing. Somewhere out there, Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush remains at large, and the Queen's justice looks weaker than ever. Alright, tyranny time. Let's see. I'll ride out and speak with the soldiers again. Perhaps their respect for you has grown. 70% this time. Let's see. When she returns, the Marshal again looks frustrated. She unstops a whiskey flask and takes a long, fierce swig. The soldiers have no interest in turning against the council. What a waste of time. You need to get their respect. Somehow. I don't care how. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing authority. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. If Pats want to rebel, I'll do a countdown. You'll have until I hit 1. No, I'm afraid you're on your own. Alright, here we go. The exiled patrician. Let's figure this one out. Your esteemed highness, I've received word about the fate of the escaped prisoner, Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush. He stole a boat and fled to the Isle of Salt. He now lives in luxury, serving as an economic advisor to the Archduke. This will give Soulish merchant an edge, Your Majesty. Mutated Zombie Bush knows all our secrets, our best routes, our economic strategy. Not to mention the ships that make up our fleet. I see. I'll pay you all to hire an assassin. Let's nip this in the bud. That's the last time I go AFK. I think we're going to pay you all to hire an assassin. Lourdes, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Hello, Striker. How's it going, everyone? Welcome, Raiders. What were you doing today? Kindly consider giving Lourdes a follow. She's pretty cool. Hope you're all happy. Hope you're all good. What were you streaming today? Was it the forest? We're watching YouTube videos. Oh, okay, cool. No worries. Hello, welcome on in, Raiders. Yeah, if you don't already, give Lourdes a follow. Pretty fun, variety streamer. Lourdes and Striker do a lot of streams together. A lot of community games, pretty much. And I think your big bag is like... what is it? I don't know what they're called. Like the games where you build bases together on a big open world. Is there a name? Survival games? Is that it? But yeah, welcome on in, Raiders. Bomb Cult, there you go. Thank you for rejoining. But yeah, feel free to join us, guys. I know it's been a while, but if you do have to raid and run to go get some food, I appreciate you nonetheless. Crafter Builder, Survival Crafters, yeah, that I think I've seen you guys play more of those games than anything else. I think that's right. I'll hire a child to divide me, Your Majesty. Lord Patrician, mutated zombie push is as good as dead. Sounds about right. Real-time strategy? I don't know. I think, yeah, you mostly play like survival crafters. Sure enough, a week later, you heard that mutated zombie bush was found dead in bed, bloated and blackened by some terrible poison. RTS games is like StarCraft or Red Alert. Wait. I mean, yeah. I think a lot of us like real-time strategy games. I mean, I've been doing Warhammer 3, Total War Warhammer 3 recently, so... And so Lord Patrician mutated zombie bush is finally brought to justice despite his best efforts. There we go. We're done with that. Now we've got a bright idea. Yeah, that's the sort of things I've seen you play. There we go, that's the list. So Striker and Lourdes, their main bags are Sons of the Forest, Valheim, Satisfactory, Green Hell, Scum, and Grounded. Yeah, Sandbox Survivor, that's the correct term, there we go. Since the wedding, you've witnessed your king consort fail miserably at a series of hobbies. Swimming nearly ended with near drowning. Knitting ended with being gifted a 12-sleeved shirt. Beekeeping ended with a palace watch in hospital. Despite all this, Balthazar never gives up. Balthazar, you've had a shave. I've had another great idea. I can't wait to hear it, my love. I was looking through the law books and found a long-forgotten decree saying that the Queen can appoint their king consort as a regional governor. The appointment only lasts half a year, but during that time I'd have total executive power over an entire region. Yeah, there'll be another game after this, don't worry. Isn't that exciting? Imagine the good I could do. What region were you thinking of, my love? Not the south, obviously. The Grandees know me too well. don't think they'd listen to a word I say. But anywhere else would work. Okay, well, we'll have a vote. Of course, the council can vote on which region I'll be governing. All for unity. Will Balthazar be put in charge of the coast that needs... I think the coast needs fixing. Or will they be put in charge of the east, which is doing fine? Oh dear, oh no. It's tough being a patrician out here, isn't it? Just wait until you see the improvements I'm making the coast. They'll need somebody to whip them into shape. Yeah, they do. They have a bad economy. He can't ruin their trade, at least that's it, yeah. Of course, my focus will be on increasing the population's faith in the ninth god. There are so many souls to save. By the ninth, you can't be serious. Alright, I think though this is going to do it. Yeah. The marshal is going to ride out and speak to the soldiers again. Perhaps their respect for you has grown. When she returns, the marshal punches you in the arm, so hard you almost puke. Did I do something wrong? Nothing at all! It's all looking fantastic. The troops are with us. They're fed up with the council passing all these namby-pamby so-called laws. It's time for an iron fist to punch this kingdom back into shape. Over the next few weeks, soldiers across the kingdom mutiny against their commanding officers and swear fealty directly to the Queen. See, look, I've sent my husband forth to go and conquer the patricians, go and suppress their rebellion. But the nobles beg for a council session to discuss the council crisis, but you put them off, blaming renovations at a council hall. Of course, there's one person you can't avoid, your husband. A strange day, is it not, Your Holiness? You can't tell how odd it feels knowing you'll be seizing control of my homeland. Won't hurt anyone, it's just to make a point. Maybe I'm a fool, but I believe you. Don't let me down. At long last, after you shore the armies of the kingdom, or in the palm of your hand, you allow the next council session to go ahead. The final council session. The marshal stands at your right hand, flanked by a garrison of the city watch. Your honour guard flank you on the other side, ready for anything. The nobles file in one by one. Is that an Iron Maiden? Most of them are looking nervous, but Grandy Gibbonexus II just looks angry. Your recent conduct has been outrageous, Your Majesty. Unforgivable. Delaying the council session, secret meetings with our soldiers, violating the feudal contract. My top officers have been killed in this little mutiny of yours. Let's call a vote right now. I'm ready to deprive you of that crown. No, scratch that. I'm ready to deprive you of your head. You know, I am the Dark Knight. I don't think I will be pulling that lever. I won't be doing something so underhanded. I'm going to deal with this with intimidation rather than violence. Step back into line, Gibbo. You inform Grandy, Gibbo Nexus the second that any more of this kind of talk will be met with cold steel. Your Eastern Knights back up your words, drawing their swords and smiling coldly. By the 9th, Your Majesty! How dare you threaten me? No one wants blood spilled today. The Marshal shrugs, but says nothing. Marshal's like, I could have blood. God above, damn you. Fine, go ahead. Just know that this kingdom will remember you as a tyrant. There's a moment of silence. Your Highness, I'm sure we are all delighted to be here. Right, you lot. I don't think we need any more votes, do we? The Queen can take over from here. Why do we even have that lever? Just in case. Okay, Teeny, just in case. Of course, Marshal. Indeed, I wouldn't want to do anything unfortunate. As the nobles shuffle out with their tails between their legs, you let out a joyful laugh. Maybe some would describe it as an evil cackle. But those people would be dissidents, and you deal with them harshly. Without the council holding you back, your daily duties are so easy, so efficient. Your firm grip on the kingdom will be secure. An excellent future for little Bellona II when the time comes. Your reign of terror is here, but your future has only just begun. GG everyone! You didn't die, you lived, Gibbo, by my mercy. Here we are everyone. Let's see, let's have a vote on what Bellona II will inherit for the next game. We're going to be playing right now. So let's set up a vote. How do I poll? There we go, new poll. So have a read of what both of these do. And do we want Ernest to pursue farming again, or do we want Gallant? To pursue military again. You'll have 2 minutes and 1 vote apiece. You can vote in the poll in chat to see what you want. There we are. Let's put this away and I'll read out the book. Rushing to complete their scheme, the Counts attempted their blood ritual too early. The summoned demon escaped their control and slaughtered dozens, including Zigana and Count Alex. The Grandees celebrated their victory, and Bellona was venerated as a true hero of the South. But some whispered that the Grandees were losing control of their puppet, as the Queen consolidated her power around her heir, Princess Bellona II. Unable to convince the peasants to act in time, the patricians' scheme fizzled into irrelevancy. Perhaps next time they take matters into their own hands instead of hinging their plans on the whims of the common folk. Queen Bellona's reign spanned another 15 blood-drenched years. The council couldn't defy her, fearing a gruesome fate. It was a dark and fearful time for everyone, but the Queen, who seemed to enjoy herself immensely, especially when spikes and thumbscrews were involved. There we go. Queen Bellona the Tyrant. It's very good. Whopper is still the wealthiest despite getting robbed. And, oh no, it doesn't count the deaths. And here we are. This is Bellona II. She looks quite dapper, got an eye patch. Maybe got on the wrong side of her mother at some point. Yeah, go modify your nobles if you'd like to, those that have died who would like to change your look. We've got Gallant on the block. We'll be playing another game momentarily. Takes after the Marshal. It runs in the family, does it? Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. I mean, looking at this, ooh, trade is rough, but you know, we should be okay.